So you've been trying to lose fat for a while now, but let's be honest, things are not really going great. You've watched all the videos, you've implemented all the strategies, but the scale is not really going down as quick as you want it to. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 5 things that are destroying your fat loss progress without you realizing. These are things that usually go under the radar and you never realize it until it's too late. So let's get right into it. But before we start, I just have one thing I wanna ask of you. If you find value by the end of this video, I want you to give this video a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really do appreciate your support. Now back to the video. Number 1, you're trying to be perfect. I want you to understand that fat loss is a long-term game. This is not something that you're just going to get done in a month or two and then go about your merry way. This is something that you're going to be doing probably for about 6 months to a year. It is literally impossible for you to be perfect the whole entire time. I'm a coach and I've been working out for about 8 years now, but I still mess up sometimes. And that is just life. What is more important is that you are consistent. Consistency means showing up every single day, putting in the effort every single day. This doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect. It only means that you're going to be present. So on Monday, you might have tracked your calories 100%. On Tuesday, you couldn't track 100% of your calories, you could only track 80%. That is still being consistent. So if you're trying to be perfect, all you're going to do is find yourself starting over every single week. And eventually, you're going to run out of motivation and just end up giving up completely. Number 2, you have too much variety in your diet. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Most of you are gonna get bored when it comes to your diet, but that is exactly what it takes to lose fat. If you ate 3 meals yesterday and those meals total 2,500 calories, and then the next day you decided to eat 3 completely separate meals, then you're going to have to start tracking your calories again the next day. You're going to start having to reduce your portions or figure out what is what. And that is a recipe for disaster, because that is just going to make the work so much harder on you and you're eventually going to give up. But if you're eating the same meals every single day, guess what? You're not going to have to track your calories as much, because you know that what you ate yesterday is literally the exact same thing you ate today. You haven't changed anything, so you can keep eating the exact same calories every day and stay consistent and lose fat without having to do all this extra work. If you have too much variety in your diet, you're going to be doing all that extra work to figure out how many calories is in this new thing, is in that new thing, and you're not going to be able to stay consistent with your diet, which is eventually going to lead to you destroying your fat loss progress. Number 3, cutting calories too aggressively. I want you guys to understand that your body is not stupid. Your body knows how many calories you give it every single day. So if you decided to lose fat and you decided to cut your calories by like 1,000 calories or 1,500 calories right off the bat, your body is going to go into starvation mode. You're going to have a lower metabolism, you're going to have lower energy, and you're not going to be losing fat as fast as you could. This is why when you're cutting your calories, you should start slowly. So if you were eating 3,000 calories, that first week you might want to cut it by 300 to 500 calories, and then subsequently over the next coming weeks, you can lower it until you get to the appropriate calorie deficit that's going to help you lose the most fat without losing any muscle or increasing your hunger levels. This way, you can pretty much trick your body into losing all the extra fat, keep your metabolism high, keep your energy levels high, and just go about your day living like a normal human being. But when you cut calories too aggressively, that is when you start to binge at night. That is when you start to feel hungry all the time. You're lethargic, you feel like shit, you don't want to do anything, you don't have any energy to actually go to the gym, and eventually you will give up because you just can't do it anymore. Number 4, alcohol. Now, alcohol is empty calories, which means it has no nutritional benefit, but you still get the calories that comes from it. There are 2 reasons why alcohol is actually destroying your fat loss progress. The first one is when you're under the influence of alcohol, you tend to make worse decisions when it comes to your diet. I remember back in college when me and my friends would go out to the bars, clubs, get drunk. All we wanted to do after was just go to a McDonald's or go to some pizza joint, get some food, and just binge. And that probably happens to more people than not. And the second reason is when you're intoxicated, your body has has to stop everything else to flush the alcohol out of your system. So you're not having any muscle protein synthesis, you're not having any fat loss happening at the time. There's nothing else happening because your body redirects all its resources into getting the alcohol out of your system. Not to talk of the hangover you're going to have the next day, which might actually impact your workout in the gym. For these two reasons, you want to avoid alcohol when you're trying to lose fat, or at the very least, you want to limit your alcohol intake to maybe 1 or 2 drinks per week. And that way, you don't destroy your fat loss progress. And finally, number 5, FOMO. If you don't know what FOMO means, it means the fear of missing out. Let me paint you a scenario. You're 1 month into your fat loss journey. You're consistent, you're doing your workouts, you're in a calorie deficit, you're doing everything you need to do. But then your friend is having a birthday party on Friday and they want to go out to drink. Another scenario I can think of is, say you're 1 month in, just like we said, on your fat loss journey, and then your family decides they want to go on a family vacation to Miami for a week. Now, you could say no, but at the same time, you understand that your friend is only going to have a birthday once a year, and that is possibly the only family vacation you're going to be going for the whole year. At that point, most people just throw away the plan and just say, you know what, F it, it's only 1 day, it's only 1 week, I'm gonna go do my thing, and then when I come back, I can pick up where I left off. And most times, that leads to a bender where they say, you know what, I've already taken a week off, what is the harm in taking another week? What is the harm in taking another day? What is the harm in drinking a little bit more? Because I'm taking a break. Doing this over and over and over again leads to you destroying your fat loss progress. What you should do instead, if you cannot avoid going for the activity, is make sure you're being mindful while you're there. If you're going out to drink, limit it to 1 or 2 drinks tops. If you're going on vacation, make sure that you're still making good choices when it comes to the food that you're eating. Make sure you're eating foods that are high in protein. Make sure you're trying to get as many steps as possible during the day while you're there with your family. These things should not come in the way of your fat loss progress. And yeah, maybe your friends or your family might not be happy about it, but this is your journey. This is your progress. And eventually, when they see the results, when they see you looking shredded, more muscular, with more confidence, they're going to understand why you did what you had to do. And these are 5 things destroying your fat loss progress without you realizing. Now, if you're someone on a fat loss journey currently and need some help with your diet, training, and with your accountability, check out my fat loss blueprint in my free fitness community on Skool. The link is in the description. And once again, if you found any value in this video, make sure to give it a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one.